how many times have you been in a situation where your family member or a loved one did not have a will? There's a staggering statistic that I want to talk about. Only 34% of Americans have a will. 34% of Americans. And you think, wow, I don't need it now, or I'm going to be around. That's not necessarily the case. And you can run into a bunch of different challenges at your most vulnerable time. And I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be transparent. On June 28th, I lost my father, and my sister and I had to go through a lot of trouble because we didn't have a great relationship with my father. And at the time, he wasn't really speaking with us, and we were trying to figure out how to manage his finances, his properties, his estate. And because we didn't have a good relationship with him, it made it difficult because my aunt, his sister, was taking care of him, and she felt like she should be entitled to some of the things that he left for us. And we told him, like years and years ago, you need to get your will together because he wasn't well. And he said, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere for a while, blah, 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 blah. And he's gone. And when you're dealing with loss at a time when you have to deal with finances, that's the last thing you want to think about. And it's the last thing I would want anybody in the QVC family to worry about. And so, you know, it's an emotional moment for me because I realized how stressful that was, and my dad's in a better place now. But what if you could eliminate some of the stress that my sister and I had to go through with probate and courts and other things like that, and other issues with family members? You don't have to do that. And I love that trust and will can make that possible. So this is the trust and will. You have two options. You have the individual option, which is what we would have used for Daddy, or the couple option estate planning program. It's our big deal. The QVC price for the single is $139.98, and for the couples, it's $199.98. The easy pay on this is $28 for the single, for the individual, and $40 for the couple. And of course, shipping and handling is free. Your item number is E318994. I'm not going to say anything else about it, but look, just from a standpoint of we're all people and we don't know when we'll have to go. And so this is a great way to plan for that for your family members and people behind. And I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to bring in my friend Paige Volovich, who's standing by. Hi, Paige. Thanks for being here.
Hi, TJ.
Hi.
No, great to be here. Thank you so much for sharing, what had gone on with your family, because it is so important for all of us to share these stories with each other because, most times when we're talking about a will, like you said, people put it off because back in the day, it's really complicated, it's expensive, it's emotional, and people always say, I don't want to talk about it, or I don't want to think about it. But this is truly the most beautiful and important gift that you can give your loved ones, because what you're essentially doing is giving them an instruction book to take out all that worry, all the red tape and finance and probate, and basically speculating what you would want. So, who Trust and Will is, TJ, we introduced them this spring, and it has been incredibly successful here at QVC. It's resonated with so many of us because a groundbreaking company, they revolutionized the way that families plan for your future. Because what they know is when we think about a will, most people, misconceptions, we all think, I don't need one. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have anything to give. But TJ, really, if someone has a bank account, you have children, you have a pet, you own a car, maybe you have this really important coin collection, or my family, we had these like beautiful figurine collection that my family wanted to go to certain people in the family. Final wishes. So I'll tell you everything it's about, but out of the gate, TJ, it's a 20-minute process that you simply get your little voucher at home. We're going to send you your redeemable voucher. And then at that point, you go online and you start going through a 20-minute online experience. They ask the questions, you answer, and it is state specific. And at the end of the process, all you need to do is print it out, or they will send it to you. And I'm going to show you the final piece of work there, TJ, and then get it notarized. So you can see here, TJ, I mean, we're just starting with the basics.
Yeah.
Where you live, how many children you have. The reason why where you live is so important because it is that state specific. But this could be for one person, this could be for two. But just to point out what's included, TJ, it's your will, it is your power of attorney, it is your living will, it is your HIPAA. So maybe you have all those medical files that you want to share with your family after you have passed because it gives medical history. And then TJ, have you ever thought about digital assets? Your social
No,
media.
I haven't
Right.
even thought about that. And this is a legal document, right?
Yes, indeed. So when you're finished this whole process, once you sign it, once you get notarized, it is legally binding. So again, what is a will? A will is that document that determines how your assets will be distributed. So your property, your children, your possessions, and even final wishes in all one place.
Yeah, that's amazing. And listen, I'm glad you brought this up because it is difficult. Nobody likes to talk about not being here, and it can bring down the mood, but I think it doesn't necessarily have to, because if you have something like this, then you can prepare for the future. And I feel like it gives you a sense of accomplishment, or it's something that you can cross off your list and go, okay, it's not pleasant, but I know that my family is going to be taken care of and my wishes will be carried out. And we can all feel better about it because listen, we don't get to decide when we come in, and we don't get to decide when we have to leave. So I love all the options that you provide. You said it takes about 20 minutes. Do I sit down on a computer? Do I have to do it for 20 minutes? Can I break it up? How does it work?
Great question. I always say, like, as long as it takes to drink this cup of coffee. So maybe you're a two-cup person, but sit down. You can do right. I do it 24 hours every day, but
Okay, okay.
that's a separate topic, TJ. But our pet here at QVC, she did hers on her phone. You can do it on your phone, your tablet, computer. Kirsten banged it out. I always say, she's very decisive, so she did things in 20 minutes. I actually broke it up in chunks. And that's something I really want to tell everyone because that seems to be a popular question. Because as we go through these questions, sometimes I need to pause and reflect, maybe talk to my family, talk to my spouse and see what's a good fit. So here's just some of the things that you are going to want to create a will. So think about everything that you have worked so far hard your entire life. So whether it's finances, whether it's your property, have you chosen your healthcare elective? Do you have a living will? And what's so interesting is I even love that they really care about you so much that they want you to help you plan your final wishes, perhaps for your final arrangement.
Yeah.
So, do you want flowers? Maybe you want pictures. Take all that guesswork because what I love that Trust and Will has done is they have shifted this from something that's very daunting and sad. And they want you to think of this as this beautiful memoir that you're leaving for your loved one. And you're saying to them, I want you to be able to grieve and not have to worry about probate court or pay thousands of dollars. Or, unfortunately, what happens, TJ, families do fight and have conflict
Yeah.
because they have differences of opinion of what their family or parents or aunts and uncles and grandparents would have wanted. So this is just really a peacemaker too at a very tough time in your life. And then TJ, what happens after 20 minutes, you're going through online, it's a series of questions. They give you multiple choices, which I love. They also point out most common answers. So just to let you know what majority of people do, if that helps. Then at the end of the process, you hit complete. You'll immediately have it online so you can print it yourself. However, you're going to get a package, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute.
Okay.
But here's that voucher. It gets sent to you. So depending if you want to be an individual or a couple, you'll get that voucher. You go on the Trust and Will website, you put that code in, you select which will it is for one person or two, and then it starts asking you questions. Who do you want to be the guardian of your children? The guardian of your pets? You can actually have multiple guardians,
Wow.
first, second, and third sets, which I really love. I've never thought about that before. But when you finish, 3 to 5 days, Trust and Will mails you back this package of everything about your will. And here's the coolest part. So they actually keep it on an online vault. I mean, it has bank level encryption. So rest assured. But the reason for that is, TJ, after my husband and I did our will 14 years ago, I thought I was doing the smart adult thing and I put it in my safe deposit box. I never told anyone. I never gave anyone the key. So no one would even know that exists. So know this, that you could also share this with a family member or multiple family members. Like, here is all my papers that you need. This is what you get at the end of the day. This are these 2 gorgeous folders that break out everything from your will, your power of attorney, your living will, And lastly, your HIPAA. It's all broken out for you to share. And end of the day, peace of mind. It's a great gift for yourself and for your family.
I love that you said that it's a gift for yourself and for your family, especially at a time when there's so many other things to worry about and you're trying to take care of yourself. But it's such a gift. It's such a gift. I wish my sister and I had it. And listen, now I have it. Now there's no reason for me not to have it now. So I can say, Tracy, look, you need to do this. I'm going to do it too. So I don't have to argue with you or anybody else.
Right.
Oh, wow. Paige, you have been
That's
fantastic.
right.
Wow, that was so freeing. So I thank you for this. Listen, pick this up. Get this for your
Thank you.
families. You don't want any issues. It's such a gift. Your item number E318994. It's by Trust and Will. It's our big deal, $139.98 for the individual and $199.98 for the couples. Paige, thank you so much.
Thank you, TJ.
And this is coming up. Oh my gosh, what is it? It's by Pop Sonic.